Hi, honeys, and welcome back to Alchemy Games. I hope that everyone is doing well. I hope that everyone is enjoying their rising, their afternoon, their evening, wherever you may find yourself on this beautiful, wonderful day of Earth School. So we are back for another general collective reading, my loves. Please do keep in mind that these messages are, in fact, general. So please take only the parts that fit you best and leave the rest for someone else to have the taste of the test, okay? So let's jump right into this energy and see what we have going on here, okay? And let's see what our spiritual team would like us to know and be aware of. Let's get into it. Oh my guardian angels and ancestors, gods and goddesses, ascended masters, serving in my highest good. Please come close and surround me with your love and light and protect me while I channel this energy. Please let this be all of you and none of me, lest there be a lesson that I must learn. Then please feel free to share. Please make these messages loud and clear, simple and accurate, and return to sender any and all negativity that may want to affect me, my energy, or this reading. And should any of my high vibrational collective find themselves entangled in this here tale, please show us the best way to alchemize the energy to serve for our highest of highest goods. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So let's get into this energy. There's a mean power struggle that's happening right now. There is a power that is really taking defeat the wrong way, okay? They are not recognizing the fact that they have been defeated, and so they're still growling and scratching and all the kind of shit to try to retain some kind of false sense of power that they had in the first place. So let's see what's going on here. Please and thank you. What do we need to know? Please and thank you. What do we need to know? So we have Midheaven. So Midheaven is the 10th house cusp, okay? So the 10th house talks about your career and your reputation. Midheaven talks about like your life purpose, your social standings, your reputation. It's self-realization, realization of self's true potential, okay? It's the highest point of the chart. It's the ultimate fulfillment. That's more than just a job. It's a career. It's a life purpose. It's what you're supposed to be doing because it brings you joy. It brings you sun. It brings you Leo energy, okay? So someone is definitely walking in their life purpose, and we have Sagittarius energy. It always gives me divine intervention, but Sagittarius is fire energy. It's Jupiter energy, abundance. High vibrational Sagittarius is very honest. It's very independent. It's very like open-minded, very caring. It's deep thinker energy. Low vibrational Sagittarius is that irresponsible, judgmental, cold, and tactless kind of energy. And then we have Pluto that also came out. Came out. Pluto is ruled by Scorpio. Pluto is a planet of evolution, of power. Okay, this power struggle that's happening. Someone's resisting this regeneration, this death and rebirth. Someone is like rejecting the alchemy. Like there's big Wheel of Fortune energy that's happening right now, where the tables are turning. Okay, there's a turning point here. Nothing stays the same forever. It always has to, everything goes around the world full circle, okay? So I feel like there is some kind of power at play, okay, that's resisting this expansion, resisting this death, resisting this evolution, okay? We have Taurus on the bottom. This could be a Taurus that I'm talking to, or someone is just putting in hella work, okay? And someone could be very much on the stubborn side of things. Tell me about this Pluto energy. We have Capricorn. So this could literally be a Capricorn, or this could signify the devil energy, okay? Low vibrational energy, dark energy. High vibrational Capricorn, though, is very ambitious. It's very disciplined, like wise and strong, like persistent energy. Low vibration Capricorn energy is that very prideful, very rigid, very cold and greedy and defensive energy. And we have Aries on the bottom. This could be a masculine energy that we're talking to, or someone's too much in their masculine energy. But let's see. Give me one more for this Capricorn. But I feel like there's some divine intervention that's happening here. Yeah. Nadir. So this could be somebody in your family, friends, or some kind of soul tie. So Nadir is a 4th house cusp. It talks about the inner workings of like family and friends, how you feel, your own personal evolution, ancestral roots, home security, like where you come from and things that you must heal, okay? So it's like the shadow side of the 4th house, shadow side of family and friends, shadow side of that relationship dynamic, okay? And then we have a 5th house again on the bottom. So I feel like someone is definitely moving with passion, with creativity, okay? Your self-expression is at an all-time high, okay? You're very imaginative right now. You're very open. You're very an adventurous energy, and it could be definitely pissing somebody or somebody's off. Okay, and these somebodies could definitely live in your fourth house, some kind of soul tie that you have. Okay, certainly not strangers. So let's see. Let's see what is going on here. Let's do this first. I missed you guys. I totally missed you guys. Let's see what's going on with the inner world of these beautiful light workers, of these light beings. What is the issue here? What is the issue here? But y'all are healing. I feel like a lot of you are healing. A lot of you are stepping into your life purpose. I feel like that's why Midheaven is here. And then you have this toxic energy. Okay, so a lot of you are in the energy where you're regrouping from toxic people, toxic situations, toxic shit. Okay, a lot of people are like getting more into this open-minded thinking, seeing beyond the veil. Okay, regrouping and like reconsidering their loyalty, reconsidering their partnerships, reconsidering like who they deem to be trustworthy. And I feel like all of these people who are not compatible with this regrouping, with this healing energy, it's a lot of karmic relationships, family, friends, lovers, whatever, that you're no longer compatible with. You're no longer compatible with, and I don't think that they like that. They don't really like that. Then we have complete here, and then we have perfect match and better together. Okay, so there's someone here that feels like you're their perfect match, or someone feels like they found a missing piece. Somebody feels like they found some kind of missing piece, something that they were looking for. But we have hot and cold at the bottom. So whereas this person may feel that way, I don't know that you feel the same. Okay, there's a lot in the energy of people like reconsidering partnerships where one person feels like they're a perfect match and you complete me, and the other person is like, but I'm looking for more. I'm looking to regroup. I want to give this more thought. Okay, tell me more. Yeah, ghosted. This could definitely be someone that you ghosted, or people that are just feeling left out, and maybe they feel like there's some kind of lack of closure here. They feel like there's some kind of lack of closure here. These people could be under some kind of a spell, or maybe you were under some kind of a spell and you came out of it. Okay, and so your energy is realigning with your soul tribe. So if you're leaving, a family dynamic, or if you're leaving friends, or if you're leaving a job, or if you're just leaving that hot and cold, inconsistent energy, I feel like they feel like there's some kind of like lack of closure between you. There's like a gap between this regrouping that you're doing and this toxic love that these people want to offer you. They feel left out. Like, why don't you like talk to me, or why don't you like allow me to be part of this regrouping? Okay, but or someone could be manifesting something. What is this manifestation? Ghosted, silent treatment. What is this ghosted? Look at this shit, bro. I'm trying to tell you, there's a very toxic energy, a very, 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 very vengeful, spiteful, nasty ass toxic spirit that you ghosted, and you could be giving the silent treatment to, because this person or these people have bad habits or bad patterns. So you recognize that this was some kind of a harmful situation or people for you, and so you put a permanent ending and you walked away. You don't need to explain anything to anybody. These people know that they're toxic. You don't have to waste your time or your breath or your energy explaining to a toxic person why they're toxic. Okay, and I don't think that you have. That's what's breeding all of this not feeling like they have closure. That's what's breeding all of this not feeling like they have closure, because it's almost like, you mean tell me you're not going to tell me to my face that I'm two-faced? Why would you waste your breath or your time or your energy trying to tell somebody that knows that they cannot be trusted, someone who has been hiding their true selves, someone who's been living a double life? Why do you have to explain your boundaries to this person? No, these people knew what they were doing. These people knew 100% what they were doing, and you do not have to waste your time and your energy explaining to a two-faced motherfucker why you don't want to deal with them. You simply put up your boundaries and you move the hell on, okay? You move on. So I feel like there's these energies are getting fed up with not being able to like attach to you. Okay, getting fed up with the fact that you're having more fun, you're in this very positive energy. Okay, that you're attracting other people who are in high vibration, attracting positive energies. And they're pissed off that you're unfazed and unbothered and simply don't give a fuck. Okay, you're moving along, you're finding your own happiness. You're in Hermit right now, or maybe you've gone through that period of Hermit and you've done that regrouping. Okay, and you've already reconsidered who can stay and who can go, and you're happy with the decisions that you made. But these evil ass obsessed people that you left behind, they're not taking this unbothered energy very well at all. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like these boundaries. They don't like any of the things. Okay, so it's like you're not gonna just you're not gonna just tell me. I don't get this. This is stupid. We have wish fulfillment here. Deepest desires, wish come true, power to manifest. So I feel like when you went into Hermit and you did this regrouping and you started looking at things from a much higher perspective, okay, that is where you found your power of manifestation. That is where you were able to turn all your attention, instead of worrying about all these weird ass attachments and all of these toxic situations and people. When you went into this Hermit energy and you got this higher perspective, that is where you found your ability of how you can like make your wishes come true, how you get into Midheaven, like how you begin to like truly rely on self to find your life purpose. And you have these past people, these past life commitments, these past life attachments that are just like in this energy where they're replaying, you know, negativity in their head over and over and over again. They're replaying it. And this is why I mean, like, you shouldn't have to explain to these people why you don't want to deal with two-faced people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to explain why you're protecting yourself, because they know exactly what they're doing. Okay, but they're confused and conflicted about the fact that you have sacrificed them. Because they're like, wait, I'm loyal too. I can be loyal. I can be a deep thinker. I can be friends. And it's like, no, you can't, because this person wouldn't have cut you off in this manner if you had the capacity to do that, nor would you be chasing after this energy like this if you were not still in toxic, addictive, codependent, obsessive ass energy. Okay, child, please. So let's see what else is going on here. So the more of us who walk towards, you know, life purpose energy, breathing new life into our situations, those of us who are recognizing that the wheel is turning, you know, both good and bad, and deciding to make new decisions and deciding to do new things, it's going to require a lot of sacrifice. It's going to require a lot of sacrifice. Something must go. Something must go. You have to compromise. Okay, if you want to turn the wheel for yourself, if you want things to change in your life, okay, well, you got to be willing to make these sacrifices. And it's like having selfless love for yourself. Okay, so a lot of people are in this energy where they're making these sacrifices and giving up these addictions and giving up these like toxic people or situations or ideas or ways of thinking, and they're moving towards the light. Okay, so show me the problem here. What is the issue here? What is the issue here? Enamored. Manifestation. See? But I feel like these people are low-key enamored at your ability to be able to manifest. I feel like this is a big, the big question here, the big thing here is your ability to manifest, okay? But you're manifesting from a clean heart. You're manifesting from an open heart. You're manifesting from a place of love. It's not that you're trying to be mean. It's not that you're like intentionally. These people feel like you're doing something to me. They feel like you're doing something to me. In actuality, all you're doing is growing. All you're doing is recognizing what needs to change, recognizing that something has to go in order for my soul to ascend, and you're making the necessary adjustments. You're not leaving these people behind. They're choosing to be left behind. There is a difference, okay? But in these people's minds, they feel like you're doing something to me. Stop doing that to me, because you've ghosted these people, or maybe because they feel like they have a lack of closure, or whatever this is. So tell me about this enamored. Well, what am I talking about? Moving on. You have moved on. You have moved on, but there's someone in this energy who is like admiring how you're moving on. Okay, we have the mature woman on the bottom. Someone could be admiring how you are very mature, and when you did, like, as you're going through this compromise, someone is seeing you as mature as you moved on, or someone is admired by the fact that the mature thing to do is to separate yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like a huge, gigantic part of life is knowing when to leave. Like knowing when to simply walk away. Knowing when it's no longer your problem. Knowing when you have to stop giving and simply walk away. So there is somebody in this energy who is admiring the fact of how you moved on maturely. You didn't cuss nobody out. You didn't kick nobody down a flight of stairs. You ain't do none of that shit. You just recognize, okay, that something that what needed to be sacrificed in your life, and you simply moved accordingly. So it's not that you're doing anything to anybody. You're doing what you need for yourself. You're doing what you need in order for you to stay in wish fulfillment energy. Tell me more. And that was the yeah, we have rituals here. Yeah, someone is admiring how you got away from spell work. This is the second spell work card that I've seen. Child, there was someone who was doing some kind of root work on you. Okay, that could be why all of this energy of feeling like they don't have closure, because this is the back of fire of something that's of energy that's being alchemized. There was somebody in your life who was routinely doing some kind of ritual work on you or manifesting against you. Okay. And so now that you have broken this spell and you could have come out from underneath some kind of a spell, and now that you've made these sacrifices, and now that you're in your life's purpose, these people are like almost don't even know how to take it. There's a boss energy, transition, jealous and energy, jealous and envious. So the boss of this the person who like came up with this idea, or the one who was teaching other people, or whoever, this could be like the leader of the let's do ritual work on other people. This person is feeling jealous because you got away. This person is feeling jealous by this transition that you've made. You killed your ego. You've killed that shadow side of you. You've killed that low vibrational side of you, and now you're walking in the light. Now you're higher perspective, higher self, higher wisdom, all the things. And there's someone here who is jealous and envious that you were simply able to defeat this ritual work. Okay, tell me more. Yeah, we have real love here. Death spell. So someone could have been breathing death over your love life. Like somebody wanted you to not experience this enamored energy. So somebody didn't want you to have, like, the whole point of this boss energy doing this ritual work on this root work on you was that you would not like ever receive or give real love. Okay, this was the major thing, because we know that love is the highest vibration that there is. So if this person could have killed this inside of you to make you feel like you don't have love and you would never be loved, that would have been wish fulfillment for this person. I'm trying to tell you, this is this weird ass fucking nut ass society of people, or a family, or a group, or whoever, however the fuck it is. Their whole mission on this earth is to send death magic out to earth angels, to stop the earth angels from stepping to the stage. You know what I'm saying? To stop the earth angels from receiving love, so that they won't be able to give love, so that darkness would just fucking encapsulate this realm. Okay, so you have beings whose entire job is to stop earth angels from receiving any type of love, so that they would be more resistant to giving love and waking up other people and showing other people another way. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you walk in your purpose, the more you lead by example, the more people see how to get out of these tricky situations by sacrificing things that no longer serve them, the angrier that this fucking demonic energy gets. Because it's like, bitch, my whole job is to stop you, and you out here making me look stupid. And that's exactly what's happening right now. And there's someone who is coming towards you that wants to show you some kind of love here. Yeah, that wants to show you some kind of love here. So this person who has been doing all of this root work on you to stop your love life, this person is obsessed with you. They will probably say out of their mouth that they're in love with you, but this is obsession. It's completely obsession. They wanted to keep you in lustful energy. That's what they wanted you to think that love was. Lust, sex, money, drugs, things of the flesh, things of 3D. Okay. But like I mentioned, you have already laid that part of you to rest. That's not what you resonate with anymore. You have sacrificed all this lusty shit and thinking that lust is love and all of that shit. You're no longer functioning on that realm at fucking all. Okay? Because your ancestors are here and they're stopping this manipulation. They're stopping this manipulation. Your ancestors have woke you up, showed you exactly what's going on here, showed you exactly who is the boss, and it's you. It's you. You can make the decision of when to sacrifice, when it's time for something to, like that something must go energy. Your ancestors guided you to show you who was manipulating you in this energy. Who is manipulating you in this energy, whoever this power that is, they've shown that to you. They showed you the thing. All right, you want to get out of this situation, you want to grow, you want to get past this. Okay, I'm gonna show you what you need to sacrifice. And for some of you, it's some kind of mature man who is doing this shit, manifesting against you, trying to get some kind of a money. Okay, but what is this manipulation? But you've moved on from it. You've moved on from it, and your ancestors are very proud of you. So this enamored under the ancestors, like your ancestors are very proud of you. Your ancestors are proud of how you're moving forward, how you've been able to break this generational curse, how you've been able to get all of this root work and all of this spell work off of your fucking life and still remain in this energy of giving real love. Not fake love, not fake smiles, not none of that, but truly, genuinely still having your heart open where you still love people, okay? You're achieving right now. You're achieving right now. And your ancestors are extremely proud of you. And this is why these people are so jealous and envious, because they're so confused. They're so confused and jealous and envious of the fact that you have been able to make this transformation. And they're mad almost. They're mad that you can love, or they're like jealous of the fact that you receive love, or that you can give love, or that your love is true and that is pure and that is genuine. Somebody hates the fact that your love is still very much genuine. And that's just the fucking nut-ass demonic spirit that wanted you to be cast out into lust land and to give up on yourself and to give up on others. They're jealous and envious of the fact that you are still in love energy. You are still very much able to receive love, and you're still very much able to give love, and that people are enamored with you. People enjoy your energy. People enjoy watching you, dealing with you, working with you, like, and it's not fake, like it's real. Like people really do enjoy your company. And there's people here that are like so jealous and envious because they just knew for sure, with their big giant ego having ass, they just knew for sure that they were going to be able to close your heart down and create this ending so that you would be roadblocked. What else? So just knew it. They just knew it, bro. They just knew it. They just knew it. But divine timing is here. Divine timing is here. And the only reason why these people were throwing all of this shit at you, I mean, the fleshly beings were doing it for money. But the higher, the boss, okay, like the boss, I ain't talking about the fucking host, okay? I'm not talking about the host. I don't find it necessary to engage with the host. I don't find it necessary to engage with the host. Who's pulling your strings is what I want to know. Can I talk to the manager? You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about these fleshy beings and them doing it for money and clout and fame. I want to know who's running your show. These entities are the ones that's so jealous and so envious. These entities that are running these people, because they know that the flesh is weak. They know that the flesh is weak. They know that the flesh will be distracted by money heists and stealing and ritual work. They know that the flesh is weak. They know that, but they also know that they can't walk this realm, and they can't like be out here causing havoc and all of this divide and conquer shit without a host, without a meat suit. So they are working these people and they don't even know it. They're working these people and they don't even fucking know it. Like, and this is why it's divine timing. Because the more and more of us who are not like affected by these earthly things, the more of us who are not affected by trying to like force power or like have a title or have a this or have whatever to like, the more of us that don't care about these 3D things, the less power that these deities have, because it's like they can't, it's like they're having a hard time poaching the earth angels. They're having a hard time poaching people of the light. You know what I'm saying? The light beings. Because the more we don't give a fuck about these 3D things, the more we recognize what's really happening here and the spiritual warfare of this part, the more these beings, the more these beings get jealous. The more these beings get jealous, because they only had power when we were functioning in our lower chakra, when we were functioning in our south node, where it was like, oh, okay, let's worry about money. Okay, bills. Okay, worried about all the 3D things. But now that we are not worried about those things, now that we're in life purpose, making life purpose money, you know what I'm saying? Like working for the Most High, which is bringing in the money that we thought that we were so worried about. It's like they're having a hard time controlling the masses. And this is why your ancestors are so proud of you, because you've been able to walk away from this manipulation, from this false identity of that there's so much power in delusion. Starseed and love spell. The power of delusion. The power of delusion is heavy. The power of delusion is heavy. Because the power of delusion is like, there is a shit ton of power in delusion. That's pretty much what 3D based beings thrive off of, is a delusion that you get power from money, and you get power from title, and you get power by how many minions you have working underneath you. That's not where you get power from. That's a fucking delusion. The entire sense of power in the 3D realm is a delusion. That's not real power. Real power comes from your divine self. It comes from your soul. It comes from your soul and what your soul wants. And what makes your soul happy, this sacrifice energy, this selfless love, loving other people, regardless of whether or not they love you, and regardless of anything, but choosing love all the time. Then we have love spell here. So someone is still expecting, and this is what I mean by there's a delusional ass power here. There is a delusional ass power here that still thinks that they have some kind of power, or still thinks that they're like, have some kind of manipulation over you, still feels like maybe a love spell is working. This thing is stupid, and they're expecting that for this love spell to work. Child, what is this? Faith and false narrative. Somebody has faith in an illusion. Somebody has super faith that a love spell is going to work, or that a love spell is like going to affect you in some capacity. They have faith in a false narrative. This is what I mean by having faith in an illusionary, an illusion of power. Whatever this power is that they think that they have, it's like they don't even realize that the power is an illusion. Like this false sense of power that they have. I don't give a shit how much money you have. I don't give a shit how many minions that you have. I don't give a fuck about how much power, and I'm a power this, and I'm a power couple, and I'm a power, and I run this, and I run that. All that yada yada. They are still buying into the illusion. Flesh-based, 3D-based, completely flesh-based and 3D-based, which is why I have no desire to talk to the host. I don't need to talk to the host. Who's running your show, motherfucker? That's what I'm concerned about. Who's pulling your strings for real? Who's pulling your strings for real? Because these demons and these entities and these lust monsters that are like inside of these hosts and pulling their strings, they know that there's no real power in 3D shit. They know that. That's why they go for the soul, and they convince the soul that there's power in these titles, and power in money, and power in this, I got authority to say this, and I can send you to jail, and I can get you set up, and I can put out hits. They know that the flesh is weak, and they know what the flesh will be susceptible to, and that they can just keep eating at the soul, until there's no soul left. So that basically, when it's all said and done, and it's time for them to get cast off this realm, they finna take this person with them. But somebody is still out here believing in this false narrative, having straight up faith that they're going to be able to put a love spell over a starseed. It's kind of stupid and pathetic, if you ask me. This one right here, oh no, this one right here, oh, this one gotta go. This one gotta go directly back to the pits of hell where it came from. It's gotta go. 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 What is this having faith? Yeah, we have healer here and hard work. You put in the hard work on yourself. You made the necessary sacrifices. You gave up the things that your angels and your ancestors told you are not in your best interest and not for your higher self. You had the strength and the willpower to get rid of these things. You did. And that's exactly how you healed yourself. And now you're healing others. And that's the problem. You're poaching from the other team. This is the problem. You're poaching from the other team. The more people who wake up and realize the game of this 3D shit, and I'm waving your rent over your head, and I'm waving this over your head, and don't you want that nice shiny car, and don't you want this, and don't you want to fucking weave down to your fucking toes? All of the people who are waking up to this illusion of power that doesn't really exist, the more it's like people's souls are reaching too much of a high vibration for these entities to be able to attach to. So the ones at the top who've willingly opened up their soul to these demons, because you got to understand what sacrifice really actually is. There's levels to that. Okay, there's levels to that. The soul will either be possessed by the light, or the soul will either be possessed by the dark. Like those of us who were just in low vibrational forms where it was easy. We were at such a low vibration that it was easy for these entities to jump in and jump out. It can jump in and jump out at that point because you haven't willingly like said out loud that I opened myself to this vessel. So when you raise your vibrations, the entity will get scared, like, hold up, this motherfucker getting a little too light, a little too loving for me, bitch, I'm out. But the ones at the top who have literally open their mouths and open their vessels willingly for these entities to come in and manipulate them and run through their soul, that's a binding contract, and it is 100% fair for these entities to take that soul with them because they willingly opened up their vessel to this person. So that's how you get the contract of the sacrifice. In order for these people to get this power and this respect that they swear that they got, the first sacrifice that they have to make is a sacrifice of their own soul. The first sacrifice that they have to make is a sacrifice of their own soul. And then when that entity join and they together, then they go out and try to sacrifice other people. But if you haven't willingly given your soul up, like I mean literally willingly just turn yourself over to the dark side, you can come out of shit like this. You could come out of shit like this. You raise your vibration and the entity will flee. But those of them who dedicated to this shit, by literally asking this deity to work for them, it's perfectly fair for these entities to take the soul with them because that is a contract that you got into. You offered up your soul. That's the contract that you got into. So so the more people who are waking up to the fact that you do have a choice, you can get out of this dark ass shit. You ain't gotta sit here in this dumb ass shit forever. Learn the lesson and get the fuck up out of there and begin to heal yourself. And that's what people are choosing to do. People are finding the light, people are finding the lesson, and people are sacrificing the things, and they're living a much better life because of it. So now there's a shit ton of weird little demonic spirits that's running this world that don't have no place to go because the scoreboard has changed. We poaching from the other team. Do you hear what I'm saying? We poaching for the other team. And that's why these motherfuckers are sitting somewhere concerned and sick in the head, the mind, and the spirit, because they're like, well, damn, it's a whole lot less dark shit on this planet now. It seems like the light is winning. Bitch, of course. Like, what are you talking about? Of course. Like, was it ever like... Anyway, so let's get some more and see what else these weirdos is up to, baby. Yeah, the truth is always going to win. And the truth needs no explanation. This is why you don't have to worry about explaining your boundaries and why you're putting boundaries up. You ain't got to explain to a motherfucker why they two-faced it. You ain't even got to do it. You don't have to do it because they know exactly what the hell they're doing, okay? They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Oh, that was a lot that just flipped over. So we have the Hermit energy. This is the self-discovery, and self-discovery leads to new choices. The Fool energy, embracing the unknown, listening to the guidance of your angels or your ancestors and taking a leap of faith to simply move on. That is what's defeating the enemy. The Five of Swords, that is what's defeating the enemy. The Hermit to the Fool. That's some beautiful energy right there. The self-discovery, taking the time to yourself, taking the time to rediscover self, and then taking a leap of faith into the unknown with the divine by your side. What? Oh, that's whooping their ass. That is whooping their ass. The Seven of Wands, that's whooping their ass because people are showing strength in adversity. People are showing strength in adversity. And it's going from the Seven of Wands to the Six of Wands. Showing strength in adversity is what's leading people to victory. It's what's leading people to victory. Drawing lines in the sands, putting up boundaries, understanding what's keeping you in that low vibration, and having the willpower and the strength to move forward is what's getting us victory. And that's why they behind the scenes fighting. Look at all of these wands fighting over stupid, ridiculous actions that they took to try to love spell people and love bomb people and root work and ritual work and all this stupid ass shit. They realize that they are getting FA'd, FO'd by the same shit that they was trying to fuck us up with. The Tower, ruin, change, forced to retreat. Forced to retreat because the wheel is turning. Bro. These spirits can't like exist on this room without a host. So the less hosts that there are, the more they gotta go home. It's giving big go home energy. The less hosts that there are who are at a low enough vibration for these two-faced double life demonic energies to attach to, they gotta go home. They can't just stay on this realm forever. Like, they can't. You gotta have a host. And we're not hosting these demons anymore. We're not hosting these addictions anymore. We are not hosting these codependencies anymore. We are not hosting lust spirits. We're not hosting greed. We're not hosting them things any fucking more. So more and more of these demonic spirits is going back downstairs where they belong, because the wheel is turning, and it's turning because people are healing. People are finding their star. People are like, allow me to reintroduce myself. I must have forgot that I was the star of my own show. Are you out of your fucking mind? More and more people are doing that. The wheel is turning, and they're getting defeated by the strength of showing strength and having willpower and the courage to simply move forward. And people are moving forward directly into victory. Oh, we out here looking real good. We out here looking real good. So we have the King of Pentacles here that came out, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like this King of Pentacles energy is like, it's masculine energy. It's a masculine energy is what you need in war. High vibrational masculinity, not toxic ass masculinity. And we all have both masculine and feminine energy, but it's like there's sometimes feminine energy works in certain situations, works better in certain situations, and sometimes being in your masculine energy works better in certain situations. But King of Pentacles, he's grounded. He's resourceful. He is like the master of earth. He is the master of earth. And earth is a big part of this 3D realm. Money and things that it can buy you, and the power and the things that comes, that's associated with people. With the more money you have, the more power that you have. More people are choosing to get grounded in their earth. More people are looking at their money and realizing what's toxic money and what's high vibrational money. People are in King of Pentacles energy. King of Pentacles energy. The Knight of Pentacles, it's like taking it a day at a time, addressing things as they come, not worrying about it, the future, and not worrying about the past, but moment by moment, decision by decision. This is such grounded energy. This is such grounded energy. Not making up problems to deal with in the future, and not still trying to explain your boundaries to the people in your past, but you standing 10 toes down in your earth, understanding what it means to be truly grounded when it comes to that second house, when it comes to money and income and how you relate to the material world. Okay? And then we have the Ace of Wands to the Two of Wands to the Empress. Somebody has some kind of new idea, or someone has taken some kind of creative path to create some kind of a plan for the Empress to cause some kind of illusion. The Eight of Wands. So we have the Eight of Wands to the Two of Pentacles. Somebody wants to communicate something to you. Somebody wants to use communication like against you. Like somebody wants to use your communication against you. So this could even be someone who's trying to force conversation to get you to snap off in some kind of manner. Like, oh, you so grounded, you so this, you so that. And somebody wants you out of balance. There's also some kind of partnership here that's coming in. A high vibrational partnership, okay? I keep seeing that second house in my head. This absolutely has something to do with money or some kind of investment, okay? So there's someone around you who wants to invest with you. And somebody else wants to use your communication against you. So the fact that you're breathing life into your life and how you're speaking about taking these new beginnings and this leap of faith and like take it a day at a time, there's somebody who's feeling ghosted, or somebody who's feeling left out in the cold, or like they don't have closure, and it's like they want to use that what you're saying against you. This is stupid. Let me see, what is this? Eighth house, Temperance, the Magician. So the Five of Pentacles. So there is someone who's trying to convince someone else that you're not healed, or to convince, I feel like the opposite, someone is saying the opposite of what you're saying, where you could be speaking this energy of like, take the leap of faith, go into the unknown, do your hermit, solitude is where you find, like, there's someone who's saying the exact polar opposite, like they're trying to poke holes in what you're saying. But I feel like it's because they want to stop this momentum that you have going on right now. So they want to poke holes and find flaws in what you're saying. But I almost can't even like, it almost doesn't even seem necessary to pinpoint exactly what's happening, what they're saying, because it almost doesn't matter. Whoever this is, these people that they're speaking to, or whoever this person, if there's a specific person that they're trying to stop from coming in towards you, this person is entirely too grounded. They're part of your team. They soul tribe. So they're not going to be able to convince this person that you are anything less than who you are. And this could be something that's happening legally, because I did see the legal card. They're still trying to poke holes in you and poke holes in your communication to make it seem like you're not grounded, that you're not this Temperance energy. Because someone is trying to manifest like a poverty mindset. You see, they're still doing this dumb shit. They're trying to manifest, they're trying to bring your vibration down. They want to manifest some kind of lack mentality, or some kind of like, oh no, we're still fighting. Oh no, we're still in conflict. And I don't feel like you are. I feel like you've healed. Whatever conflict that this person is in, they're in conflict by themselves. You're not in conflict with this person. You don't have no ill will towards this person. You don't hate anybody. You out here loved up and healed up. You don't hate anything or anybody. But this person still wants to make you feel like there's still a battle going on here. Like you can still be sacrificed. This is what this person wants to make you feel, like you could still, like you're still on a chopping block. I can still get you. Bitch, where? What the hell is you talking about? What is this? What is this Temperance energy? Man, hell no. Are you out of your mind? Doing Pentacles. I'm trying to tell you, somebody is trying desperately hard to throw something out of balance for you. They are trying so hard to throw something out of balance for you. You could literally be a star, like you could be in the spotlight, you could be in the public eye or something like that. And this could be like someone who is watching you communicate or watching you do whatever this is that you're doing in Midheaven. They're trying to make it seem like you are trashy, or that you're not really healed. Like, they're trying to convince somebody. They're trying to cause some kind of illusion or confusion around this Empress energy. around you being very nurturing, about around this new idea, around this new life purpose, around like you just being at peace. Like, oh, this person isn't really like this, or oh, this is for cloud, or oh, this is for like, child, the yada yada. Give me one more, but I promise you, someone does not like the fact that you're in this Six of Wands energy, getting victory. The Six of Wands is the victory is done. He's sailing along and going his ass home because he didn't already fought the fucking war. You know what I'm saying? It's over. It's over. This is why you're in the Six of Wands, because the spiritual warfare is the fuck over. Whether or not they choose to recognize it, and all of these feeling left out and not having closure shit, that's for them to deal with. It's not for you to deal with, and it's certainly not going to throw you off balance. It's not going to throw you off balance, although that is the mission here. Somebody wants to throw you off balance. Somebody wants to like stir you up, start a conversation, argue, like get back into your energy and do the most, so then they can say, I told you so. But we're so beyond that, and they know that. That's why they're so concerned. Give me one more. Yeah, this is somebody in your family who's part of this nut-ass fucking group that's arguing. This is somebody in your family that's part of this nut-ass fucking cult or coven, and they all arguing with each other because they're all fucking moronic. And you are in this Six of Swords energy. You have made mental peace with this. You have already transformed. You have already embraced the alchemy of this energy and how the wheel is turning. You have already made peace with it. Your mind is gone. Your mind is beyond this. You're in the Six of Swords, Six of Wands energy. You've gotten victory. You made peace. You left all of this arguing and this fighting to this nut-ass secret group of people who are now conflicted and concerned because they all sick and ill and having issues and all of this shit. So it's like, okay, let's just try one more time to get this person back into karmic energy. Let's try to attach some entity towards them. Meanwhile, these entities is fleeing. They don't want no parts. They like, these motherfuckers is too high vibrational. Wait, I ain't got a host, motherfucker. I gotta go home. So that's why they're attacking you. They're attacking you because they're attacking you because they see you as very problematic. Like, this is the root. If we can get this person to stop, if we can get these people, these light workers to fucking stop, if we can get this earth angel energy out of here, then we will be able, the vibration will go back down and we'll have more vessels and we'll have more meat suits to control. But it's not happening. It's not happening. But baby, are they fighting? Baby, is they fighting. They are fighting on the fact that you have peace, you have freedom, you have freed yourself from everybody in your energy who is attached to some kind of demonic fucking entity, and you're in this rising star energy. Healed, loving, caring, showing love, giving love, sincere love. So these bitches ain't got nowhere to go. I'm cracking up. And the battle between light and dark continues. I'm trying to tell you, people are beginning to understand the delusion of power, and that there's a difference between 3D power and 5D power. There's a difference between having spiritual authority and having physical authority. They're beginning to understand the difference between the two. Ooh, baby. Let's get 3, please. Strategy and planning, and then we have miracles on the bottom. I feel like these people are trying to make a miracle. They're trying to come up with some kind of a plan to get you off balance, so that anybody who is following your example, anybody who's like, you know, following your steps to peace, to freedom, to freeing yourself from this nut ass shit, they are praying on a miracle. But the question is, bitch, who you praying to? Who's you praying to? But they are trying so hard to, like, praying on a miracle. This is crazy. You're praying to the Most High for a miracle to stop people from having inner peace. Do you really think that the Most High is going to co-sign that shit? You see how these people don't make no sense? They are really trying to figure out a plan to stop people from going towards inner peace. Bitch, any fucking way. That's exactly why I don't take these cards in the reverse, okay? They can strategize, they can plan, they can do all the things. It doesn't matter, because people are in the energy of letting go. People want peace. People don't want darkness. People don't want madness, chaos, fucking separation. People don't want this nut ass shit. They want peace. The soul wants inner peace. The soul will always go towards inner peace. If it's presented to them in a way that they understand and it begins to click and the mind begins to awaken and the soul begins to awaken and the mind and the need to begins to work with the soul, and they are you kidding me? That's an unstoppable force. You can't stop that. You can't stop that. It's like someone who's at peace exchanging their peace for chaos. Who would do that? Who would do that? Nobody would do that. And they know it. That's why they're panicking. They know it. That's why they're panicking and stuck in fear, babe. Completely stuck in fear because they're like, damn it. We can't stop the wheel of turning. We cannot stop these motherfuckers from achieving this inner peace. We can't stop these people from speaking up for themselves and speaking their truth and speaking life into their life and making high vibrational decisions. Oh, baby, we can't stop this because they've already moved on. Look at this. The Six of Swords to the Eight of Cups. They have Eight of Cups, this energy, and they're in the Six of Swords. Mental freaking fulfillment, mental peace, prosperity. And that's why we are all in this Knight of Cups energy. Wish fulfillment, because wish fulfillment begins with inner peace. You are no longer letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. And that's what people are doing. They are letting go. And that is why people are feeling defeated. They're feeling rock bottom. They're feeling rock bottom because all of this sabotage, all of this sneaky behavior, all of the dumb shit is no longer rocking out here on this motherfucking plane. And they can feel their power diminishing into nothingness because we're letting go and we're getting grounded. Letting go and getting grounded. Do you hear what I'm saying? Oh, we out here looking hella good. Do you hear what I'm saying? My loves, okay, I'm gonna leave this one right here. Continue to choose yourself. Continue to rise and can make your star brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And do not hold or house any of your insecurities, any of these dark forces, obsessions, attachments, addictions. Let these fucking idiots go homeless. Let them go homeless because the light is taking over. Anyway, my loves, I'm leaving this one right here. I totally love you guys, and I'll be back later for our blackout read. I love you guys. Bye.